Ah, hello and welcome to another HubNut video. Just taking a bit of time out to enjoy the festive period, and as we reach the end of 2017 it's time to reflect on what has been a remarkable year. I shall put down my tea. So, well, what have we achieved on HubNut in 2017? I think perhaps the most important thing we've done is getting Elly back on the road, Project 2CV, who's sitting right behind camera at the moment. And yeah, obviously a very personal thing. I've had my 2CV for 17 years, and at one stage 2 years ago I thought I was going to have to sell Elly because I couldn't afford her restoration. But HubNut supporters, friends, family all chipped in to get me well on the road to getting Project Elly back on the road, and yeah, it's been fabulous. I absolutely cannot wait to get her back on the road again in 2018, and we'll see what adventures we can find together. So the first video in 2017 was Elly's first drive. Actually got her back together and had a run up the driveway, and that was the first video of 2017, was that enjoyable experience. And I'll leave a link in the description below to the rest of the Project Elly adventures. There were quite a lot of them. But that video was the first of 74, including this one that I've published this year on the channel. It's been the biggest year ever for HubNut, and yeah, we've now got 177 videos in total, over 1.5 million views, over 7,800 subscribers. I still find it slightly amazing that there are people out there who enjoy this as much as I do, working in my own slightly chaotic, utterly messy manner. What else have we done this year? I mean, thinking of Elly, it wasn't just getting her back on the road. There's all the adventures we've had. Off camera, she went to France over Easter. Then she went to Ireland, and we've got a video on that in the summer. She's been up Shelsley Walsh semi-naked. How many people can say they've done that? And yeah, I'm wondering about taking this up next year. Might be entertaining. So yeah, plenty of 2CV adventures, failed throttle cable, stuff like that. It's been a good year for the 2CV. She's clocked up about 5,000 miles in her first year back on the road, so that's all to the good. In terms of other video content, the next big one really was when I picked up the Vauxhall Omega near Bath, which I bought. It had been off the road 18 months, I think, and I decided the best way to get it home was to put an MOT on it and drive it. How hard can it be? Well, one broken coil spring and a leaky fuel pump later, it was surprisingly difficult to go and check that one out. That one turned into a bit of an epic two-parter. Mind you, the next collection caper was also pretty stupid. That was the Daimler XJ40, Jaguar by another badge, and the interesting factor there was that it had a quite major fuel leak, and once we got that sorted, I had to replace a section of fuel line lying on the floor in Glasgow. Then discovered that the brake caliper was seasoned, so we had to dismantle that, free it up, lube everything, and then drive it 300 miles home. So that was an interesting adventure all on its own. So do go and check that one out. Just have a quick glance at my notes. Oh yes, vehicles driven this year. We've got all sorts of stuff, you know, commercials like the LDV Pilot with holes in the floor, and the DAF 7.5 tonner on which some things worked and some things didn't. That's what I used to collect, this little thing. But then we got Renault Velsatis. That's proved a very popular video, and Alfa Romeo 156 V6 for fairly obvious reasons. Personal favourite of mine is probably the Innocenti Small 500. A car I've always wanted to drive, a quirky mix of British Leyland engineering, Japanese engine and Italian styling. Go and check that one out, very interesting little car. Also drove a Fiat Panda Selector on that. That was part of the Shitefest Series, Shitefest, an event celebrating crap cars that I went to. Talking of crap cars, most viewed video this year is the Proton Aeroback. That video's had over 400,000 views, largely due to Malaysia, where they're very proud of Proton, it would seem. So that's perhaps been the biggest surprise of the year. Sadly, they're not interested in anything else, so if I talk about anything else, I just get comments from Malaysia saying, tell us more about the Proton. Well, unfortunately, I sold it. I can't keep all the cars. otherwise things just get ridiculous. The next most popular video is also Malaysian. That's the Perodua Nippa with no exhaust, trying to sound like a Honda NSX. People seem to like that one. I'm not sure if they think it sounds like a Honda NSX, but it's fun all the same. Biggest project of the year has got to be the Nissan Bluebird. I bought that blind, paid far too much for it, had no MOT. No, it had like 2 weeks of MOT and a blown head gasket. Never done a head gasket job before, so I hope you enjoyed watching me slave away and try and work out how to do it. Project Bluebird, one of the biggest, 13 videos. Go and have a mooch through those if you're a bit stuck during these Christmas holidays. So what else have we got? I mean, obviously the biggest thing recently is the Invacars, and we've got a lot more coming on the Invacar project. It's been very enjoyable, and I had this one running beautifully. I've just changed the exhaust, I've pinched the one off the spares car, and with the electronic ignition, Sparkrite SX4000 on it, it's running an absolute treat. Or it was, until this morning when it just stopped and now it won't restart. I'm not sure what's got into the old girl. I have to try and work out what's gone wrong. But I've got some service parts on the way if DHL ever actually managed to deliver them, and hopefully I can get this car up and running. To further aid that, I've been out and purchased some goodies today. So an inline fuel filter, and I've got quite a few sections of new fuel hose to go from the tank in the front all the way to the engine at the back. So hopefully that will mean I can actually have the first drive. I mean, you can probably imagine how much I'm looking forward to that. I've never driven a car which has handlebar controls before, and while the the service brake still doesn't work, I've still got to go through the hydraulics and work out exactly what's gone wrong there. The handbrake does work. Makes some interesting twanging noises, which will be the springs on the brakes, I imagine, but that seems to work, so I think I'm going to risk a first drive on the handbrake. Handbrake right next to the throttle. Yeah, should be interesting. So hopefully that will be along not too far into 2018. And other projects, it's hard to say really. I never know where I'm going. I've still got work I'm meant to be doing on the 2CV, but I've been too distracted by Project Invacar. So poor Elly, the 2CV, is just sitting behind this camera looking a bit forlorn. But at least she's not in the salt, of which there has been plenty this winter. Anyway, there you go. That's just a quick summary of 2017 on HubNut. Stay tuned for much more action in 2018. Thank you very much for your support. It's great to know that people actually want to watch this stuff. I don't do what telly does. I'm not very professional. I've not got professional kit. I've not got an auto cue. I've just got a laptop sitting over there with some notes on it. And I think that's what perhaps makes it more fun for you. It's nice to prove that you don't have to do things perfectly professionally. I never do. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, we'll have a lot more fun next year. Ta-ta for now. Where's my tea?